ICE to be converted into a migrant detention center for as many as 10,000 people, possibly as early as April. According to a deed filed earlier this month and obtained by CNN, the Department of Homeland Security paid more than $128.6 million for the facility. That's more than 4 times more expensive than the building's last assessment value.
How's it? Hey Moose, welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. Okay. Aloha everyone, it's Sunday, February 15th, and it's past the... got this going on. Oh. Okay. Which one? That one, 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 that one. That one already. No, wait. Is it moving? No, let's have this thing moving. Yeah. Moving around. Okay, sorry. It's Sunday, so old and new. So if you don't like that, you can turn away. Let's get the Ghost 2 box going on here. Yeah, see? It's yeah, let's put it up here. Yeah, in case it goes off. Let's see if it has a nice little thing. If it goes, yeah, sure, here. Okay, little vlog, little news. The wind is back. The trade winds. You know, it was southerly. It was Kona winds from the south, and they were very powerful for like a long time, and given trees knock over, hang-ups, and power lines, and this and this. That it drives me crazy. I don't know. I think it's Montana days. Now it died. Disgusting. It's also disgusting. And it died down, and then it came. The trade winds, the northwesterly winds, came back, but they're back with a little bit of a vengeance. So they're like 30 miles. They're usually 15. They're like 30. Occasionally, they expect 50 gusts.
I told her.
Stop this. Okay, so that's that. And I'm just trying to get back on track of having everything in place.
This happens.
Regular routine. And okay. So let's go to the news a little bit before do a little of this. Just a little bit of the general thing. Okay, one, Trump is gone the full armada over to Iran with the Persian Gulf area, Suez Canal, Persian Gulf, and it's just they're like all over the big battleships. The biggest battleship we got, Abraham Lincoln battleship. Happy birthday, Abraham Lincoln. That was till the 12th. We'll survive the 12th, Abraham Lincoln's birthday, which combined with Washington's birthday is going to make Monday, I digress, Monday President's Day. And then Friday the 13th, we have today, I forgot, Sunday, we get a break.
You want it?
Valentine's Day, Saturday. And then there's Chinese New Year on the 17th, which I think is a Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday next week. Lunar New Year. So, but, so everyone's over there at the Persian Gulf, like everyone. A lot of the Navy is over there at the Persian Gulf, and it's aimed all its guns at Iran, saying you better do something or we're going to get you and make regime change or something. Now, is Trump, is this an empty thing, or is Trump going to do something about it? Well, it's super, super expensive just to move all that arsenal and all the men and patrols, the whole military personnel, all over there. So,
you are funny.
He's not, since it costs much just to get there, he's planning something for sure. And he's more like allies with Bibi Netanyahu than U.S. is allies with Israel is a thing, but it's more like Bibi and Trump. Netanyahu. Because of the Gulf and the Gaza Strip thing. Now, aside from that and the tariffs and all that economy thing,
Absolutely not.
He's pulling out of Minneapolis, so ICE is being retreated. They just want Noam out of there. They got the gigantic Epstein files, which are not
Lower your voice.
complete. So, gosh, we're shocking. So, since December 19th, all of them were supposed to be revealed, except for redactions of the victims, the names, the, information. They don't want that out there. So, 50%.
Can you repeat?
As it stands, 50% have been revealed, given over to the unredacted, in quotes, to the Congress committee, the Senate, all that. The unredacted, now there's like 4 computers where they can go through, instead of 6 million in total, 3 million, half of it, and they can go to these 4 computers and kind of play Atari Pong on it, everybody, and they have to sign in and get there to these 4 computers to access this little bit. And of the redacted files that they looked through, they're like 70 and 80% still redacted. So the FBI redacted them at some point, then they redacted them again, and then they unredacted and they left the FBI redaction, so it comes over there, it's still redacted. It's like, what? And of the redactions, they can see like co-conspirator, somebody blank. So they got about 6 people that they're trying to, okay, what about these people? They should be investigated and put up for criminal trial right there. And they're just so, they spent 1,000 FBI agents just all this time, and all they got to do was redact some of the possible perpetrators, and they still messed up and released some information of the victims. It's just crazy. That's one thing they're like all over about it, and they're having hearings and stuff. There's that. And there's something else that I haven't touched on, which was the abduction of Nancy Guthrie out of Arizona. Little old lady in her home. I don't know why they got her. Her daughter is part of the Today Show? And she had guest appearance? What? She's just a rich little old lady? I don't know what it is. But they kidnapped this lady. And it's like week 3, and they're really trying to find it. And they're mostly, I think they're on some clues that they got some DNA. They're not sure who it is. They SWAT raided this house for an interview. They don't have anybody arrested. They're asking the public for help. It's one of the reasons I didn't really bring it up, because unfortunately, this is a 95-year-old lady, and she got abducted by this thug, and there was like some little drop of blood at the front door. I think it's a Ring camera door, or whatever camera, Nest camera door. And I'm saying that it's heart-wrenching because it's slimmer, that her chances of coming back alive, is. So it's just heart-wrenching to watch this and unfold.
Idiotic.
They'll get somewhere, but hopefully, I pray, Nancy, safe. That's just a horrible thing. And where else are we? Trump things, empty Epstein files. Oh God. Okay. Enough for now. I think we're gonna be into these wars. Oh God help us. Well, let's do a little old and new, so if you don't like this you can turn away. Random, old and new. And I have to use, I lost my other flashlight. What happened? Okay, how do you turn this one on? Oh. This, random. Oh. Let's do it quick. Okay. Here we go. Nehemiah, chapter 9.
Correct.
Thank you. National Confession. Now on the 24th day of this month, the people of Israel were assembled with fasting and in sackcloth with an earth on their heads. Then those Israelites separate themselves from all the foreigners and stood and confessed their sins and the iniquities of their ancestors. They stood up in their place and read from the book of the law of the Lord their God for the fourth part of the day, and for another fourth they made confession and worshiped the Lord their God. Okay. Oh gosh. It's like already long because there's so much in the news. Now let's get new, random, but a little bit of rubric. Is there a rubric in here? So, there you go. Matthew 15. The tradition of the elders. Then Pharisees and scribes came to Jesus from Jerusalem and said, "Why do your disciples break the tradition of the elders, for they do not wash their hands before they eat?" He answered them, "And why do you break the commandment of God for the sake of your tradition? For God said, 'Honor your father and your mother,' and whoever speaks evil of your father and mother must surely die. But you say that whomever tells your father or mother, whatever supports you might have had from me is given to God. Then that person needs not to honor their father. So, for the sake of the tradition, you make void the word of God. You hypocrites, Isaiah prophesies rightly about you when he said, This people honors me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. In vain they do worship me, teaching human precepts as doctrines." Okay. Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of a little discombobulated. Hey, Hawaii's got news too. Let's go right to it. See? Hawaii news. Ooh. Look at that. It's like kind of invisible ink. Secret. Alright, let's see here. It does
Forever.
Hawaii news. The political fallout. Oh gosh. Okay. The political fallout is the Lieutenant Governor
To your left.
Sylvia Luke is likely to inspire election challengers. Well, she's up for like this corruption thing. Notice the money in the paper bag. She's accused of taking a big $35,000 bribe, which is bad. Not big, not Trump big, but bad. So
Hopefully
might have somebody come up and challenge for Lieutenant Governor. The initial green fee projects are caught in funding dilemma. Okay, they're charging like tourist cruise boats and stuff this green fee to help Hawaii. Now they accumulate this big fund of money, and now they're like, how are we gonna spend it? And who's gonna spend it? So now it's a big wad of money, and everyone's gonna be, it's mine. Yeah, watch out for corruption in here. The state's revamping the program. Oh, I gotta get some money from the cans. Yeah, they're revamping the Hawaii 5 program, which is like the 5 cent to nonprofit does this, and they get deposits, and then they get the deposit back. You turn in all the cans, and then you lob them up, and then you get 50 cents or something from all the cans, and because they're lowering the price of it, so people aren't doing it. Pentagon mulls editing tuition HPU. And oh yeah, the year of the horse. Yes, this is Chinese New Year coming up, the Lunar New Year, and it's really weird because Lunar New Year is celebrated by a lot of other cultures, so it's a thing. Over here we got the thing. And then in sports, basketball, she got hit with the basketball. Her rebound with my head. Doheny swat away with
understanding.
C-Sun's
Guide.
challenge. So Hawaii, they're doing well. What else is kind of going on here? There's basketball, baseball, clutch. Oh yay! Ooh. Okay, you know what? Let's do back in the day here. Gotta be something back in the day. 1969, back in the day. You want to relax? Just have some astronauts sign your little model lunar module. Space fan Harry Daniels III got his autograph he wanted. Harry's unable to Apollo 8 astronaut Frank Borman's signature when Borman and fellow crew members Lovell and Anders visited Hickam Air Force Base. Harry caught up with Borman, who was astronaut interested in the Rotarians convention. Are they from Pleiades? After a 2-hour wait, Harry scored Borman's autograph. Okay. Yeah. Waited 2 hours. He got the autograph of the guy. He was up in the space. Missing. Now he's not missing. Vegas, Puerto Rico. Oh, there's Hawaii and other places. The Toto Museum. Wahia, Hawaiian jewelry. This is like in Rousseau. This is in France. Okay, and then the little kitty. The little kitty in space. See the weird cat? They sent it into space. Traveling with your pets. Please. Yeah, we're traveling with your pets. Oh gosh. And here we go. Tech. Life and death with tech. Are people turning AI into chatbots and companions? Robot love risky. Yes. Don't treat tech AI. Don't treat AI like a person. There's not a person. It's like a complex search engine rebarking up all the stuff on the internet. Not relationship advice. Okay, political cartoon. Minneapolis is ICE out. Yep, they all got together and said, "Get out." This is the voice of the people actually making a change, and that even shouldn't have been in the first place. I don't understand how completely unreal that is. Okay.
Let experts decide as electricity clients overthrow changes, changed everything for worse. There's no need for attitudes, trap.
Overthrow changed everything for worse.
Reflecting on the overthrow of the Hawaiian kingdom, I paused to contemplate. What if it had never happened? Without the influence of former plantation businesses, Hawaii might still be a self-sustaining food producer for both local residents and export. Lahaina could still be the Venice of the Pacific, with valley streams feeding loi, agriculture ponds and farms. In this reality, visitors could participate more directly in our culture through planting and harvesting kalo, making poi, and hukilau fishing. Would Pearl Harbor have been bombed? It might instead be the Waimomi estuary producing world-class oysters and pearls. Without the need for vast tracts of land for military activities, local housing costs might not be so heavily impacted. Red Hill would be the pristine aquifer, and Koho'olawe would never have been subject to bombing. Further, we not find ourselves negotiating over military use of our peaceful Aina, Stanton Lum, Makiki. Thank you, Stanton, for bringing up the sovereignty issue. A lot of people have this. There's actually, of all the Hawaiian people, there's only a few of them that are really fiercely sovereign. If Hawaii wasn't overthrown, I'll use jazz quotes, overthrown, Queen Liliuokalani stepped down. And if it wasn't that way, and it isn't like it is now, what would it be if the Hawaiian people had the sovereignty over the Hawaiian lands ever since then? And, that's kind of very wishful thinking. One, I don't think you'd have the road structure. Two, you wouldn't have the military. Three, I don't think you'd have that gigantic
message.
If it wasn't the U.S. being the, I don't know, what are you going to call it, the occupying nation? If it wasn't the U.S., another large country would have came in. And back then in the 1800s, it was the Russians, because they had whaling ships. So the Russian whaling ships, and they saw this as a port in the middle of the Pacific. So most likely this would be Russian. I mean, England could have stepped in. They had high ties with England, so that's a big likelihood. But as far as something coming over and taking over, Russian, highly likely. This is back in the Tsar days.
Acquaintance.
China over the time. Yeah.
You're welcome.
So I don't. It would have been taken over by somebody. Okay, say if it didn't. Say if it wasn't taken over by somebody, you wouldn't have this infrastructure, and everybody would have to be self-sustaining, like grow your own food. The Hawaii is really overpopulated, and it's a hard fit what if scenario. Yeah, I'm for the preserving the Hawaiian culture, the Hawaiian language, and all that kind of stuff. But thinking you can go back to sovereignty and wouldn't it be nice? No, yeah, it would be help. It would be help. And then there's the problem of who would be the royal tip top, because there's been federal criminals putting out full-page ads. They would be king of Hawaii if it was it's kind of nuts. The real Hawaiians, what happened? The real Hawaiians, they're like, but the ones that are really, Hawaiian Kingdom. Anyways, it's fantasy thinking right now. It's about what if, right? I think it would be kind of maybe. It would be primitive island culture, really. It would be like growing your own poi. And it would have to be a small population, and that wouldn't happen. Somebody would have come over. Anyways. Alright. Have a wonderful Sunday. Aloha.
To you. Aloha. I was trying to make it short. Okay, aloha to you.